What's up, guys? We are back here with another Everything's Regular video, man. I want to thank everybody out there for tuning in today. You guys caught that video yesterday where we finally put together our 2018 Street Glide, man. We got a 2021 Harley Davidson paint set and we threw it on that bad boy, and literally that whole paint set changed the whole bike up, man. So after we completed it yesterday, I was like, you know what? It's only one thing missing. It's literally only one thing missing. You guys seen how good the bike looked until you looked at the wheels. I was like, bro, this thing needs some wheels, man. We need to find some wheels and see what we can do. So without further ado, man, it's good to have good friends wherever you go, man. Cause I hit up the homie, he was like, you know, the rims you helped me get a long time ago, I still ain't put them on the bike yet, but if you want to throw me something, hey, you might be able to grab them. So with that being said, man, we went with the next best thing, and you guys might want to get a good look at this bike with them wheels, because I think it's game time. I think it's game time. Now, let me see what we got here. Okay, here we go. 2118 in the rear. And of course, we got the blue daddy buttons on these joints, man, just like we used to make them, man. So I think these wheels will actually make that bike pop that much more, man. So we're gonna pull these out the car and then we'll go from there. All right, now that we got these big daddies out the car, I think this thing is gonna match up real nicely with this. Let me see which way it go. This way. Let me see what we got here. Baby. Okay. Yeah, I think the blue buttons is gonna match up real nice with that blue line right there, man. I ain't gonna even lie, I cannot wait to get this wheel on here and just see how this thing is looking. So I'm about to put this bike on a jack stand, pull it up front and center, man, and get this show on the road, man. Let's see what we can do. Meanwhile, if you guys haven't been to the website, man, that's regular.com, man. Everything that we got on the website is live and in stock, man. I told you guys if we got enough traction and enough sales this week, man, we will be giving away this bike, and I think this wheel might just do the trick. You guys know what time it is, man. Let's see what we can do, though, man. I guess if you guys don't know how to change the wheels on a Harley, I'll show you guys real quick. It's not that hard, but if I do remember correctly, the rear wheel is gonna be like the hardest. If it's not like an OEM wheel, it's gonna take a little bit of prying to get it in between there, but all in all, we'll figure it out and we'll get it going, man. Let's rock. So first things first, you're gonna have 4 screws on the forks for the front fender. 1, 2, 3, 4, and I actually already took mine off, so I guess I'll just be a step ahead of you guys today. So boom, got your front fender off. Now you can get a crescent wrench for this bolt right here, of course. Here we got an H6 for this one, and then it's gonna be a 10mm star socket for the brake caliper, man. So you want to unloosen 1, 2, 3, and then you can pretty much just leave this caliper off and then get ready to put the wheel on there once we take the other side out. So we'll just unloosen this side with the crescent wrench. Real nice and easy, no big deal there. You take that bolt and spacer off. You take your hex. You don't gotta really take it all the way out. Just loosen it up because it's not gonna grip anything. So just loosen that sucker up, and then from there you can take off your brake caliper. You can take off either side, and of course, like I said, I already did this, so my screws would be a lot easier. I really put it back together to show you guys how to do it for the people who may not know how to do it. So here we are, and then I wanted to give you guys the first sneak peek at this thing, man, with the wheels, dude. And now once you got all those 4 screws out, me personally, I like to take a rubber mallet. It's a rubber mallet, but it's good to have your wheel right here, so when you slide that other one off, you can slide this thing right back on here. So typically you want to put a wheel or something under the bike in the back, man. So let's put a wheel up under there real quick, just so the bike won't tip backwards when we take that front wheel off, because it is a lot of weight up there on that front rim. So if you can find yourself like a wooden shop, or if you have like an old wheel laying around or something, gotta wiggle it. There we go. Sometimes you gotta do a little bit of wiggle action, but no big deal. And then of course, you grab your other front wheel, no big deal there. And this 21 is a little bit bigger, so sometimes you might have to jack the bike up a little bit more to get this wheel under there, but looks like we did a pretty decent job today. So, being that this caliper is still on the forks, typically you can take both calipers off and do this real easy, but if you don't want to take both calipers off, you can just line this rotor up with the inside of this caliper. And from there, you line up there, now you get your spacer, you put it on the other side. All right, where's spacer go? You got your spacer. I usually like to put it under there and catch it with the wheel. Then easily come up with this bad boy. Like so. You want to get the spacer on this side. This is the ABS, so you just slide that sucker in there. Good to go. Good to go. You might have to put something on the other side, a little screwdriver or something, so it don't move too much. Hex, tighten up that axle. You don't want to forget to do that. And here you put your caliper bolts back in there. And just tighten up. Of course, you can look at the specs, but if you do this a lot, you know what is tight enough and what's not. Just get it tight on there, brother. Throw that front fender back on there, John. And if you have rims or are you getting rims for the first time, you're gonna need those fender spacers, not even spacers, but fender extensions. These rise your fender up about a good inch or two. So you'll need that for that 21 inch. Slide that sucker down on in there and tighten away. Yes, sir. And that's how you put on your front wheel. Really not that hard. Told you it was only a few screws, and that thing looked freaking beast. I ain't gonna lie, that thing looked like an animal right now. Just wait till we pull it out and get some light on this joint. But we still got our rear wheel to do, man. So as much as I just want to keep it like this, I think I'm gonna put the rear on there, man, so we can see what we can get done. So I guess I'll show you guys the rear too, and we'll just see what's up with that. Meanwhile, man, if y'all noticed, our back rim doesn't have a freaking rotor. We have to go with this one. If you guys know anything about taking rotors off, man, it can be the hardest thing. I already got bloody, what is it? I already got bloody knuckles. So I have to double up on the gloves, but probably got about one more screw we need to do. Now I don't have a heat gun, so this is your next best option. Go buy like a torch gun. I got a heat gun, not a torch gun. So we're gonna try to heat this sucker up and hope for the best. And then from there, we just try. Just like so. Got that one. Got that one. Got that one. Got that one. I ain't gonna lie, that was like the hardest thing to deal with, bro. Now, of course, you want to put these in. You want to screw them in first, man. You don't want to just zoom them in there and strip your freaking things out, man, because you never know. You might want to go matching rotors. Typically, we go matching rotors, but I just needed this thing on there, so I think this is how we're gonna do this right now. Take that right there, dude. Now that's like so. You can tighten her up, give her a couple quick turns. That ain't going nowhere, baby boy. And then next, of course, we gotta take off both of the bags, man. I swear the rear wheel be like, it takes, depending on what wheel you got, man, it can take quick or it can be slow. It just depends, but. All right, guys, so for this back wheel, you're gonna have to get to this bolt right here. So to do that, you're gonna have to take off your exhaust or at least let it hang a little bit. So this is like gonna be a 1/2-inch socket right here. We're gonna take 1, 2 off. That's gonna drop this exhaust. And then if we come on this side, I believe, I forget which size this is, but once I get it, I'll grab it and I'll let you guys know. You gotta take this caliper off, and then you gotta get a flathead, pry that pin lock off. And then from there, you can actually take off these screws as well. So you'll drop this side of the exhaust down too. And we'll be able to get there and get that rim off. But we gotta take this side cover off too, just so we can get that caliper out the way. So y'all stay tuned and I'll show y'all how to do it real quick. And you got that down, you can get access to this bolt once you drop that. Get these suckers out the way. Now you might have to unloosen this exhaust, this right side, and take it off, because as you see, it's a lot more firm. You might be able to get the socket in there, however, I don't think so, so I'm gonna have to take mine off. But while we're right over here, I'll snatch these side covers off. And then for the exhaust, I'm gonna use a 16. It might be a little bit smaller, but I'm gonna use a 16 and it's gonna get the job done. So, you might be able to just put the exhaust off, but I can get to it right now. So, well, I guess I'll just take it off. Then once you get that exhaust off, you're gonna need, this is gonna be the most important part right here that you need, man. You are going to need, you're gonna need a 36 Big Daddy socket to get on that bolt right there, because otherwise you're not gonna be able to get it with no crescent wrench. Need a flathead, get this out. Get that little locking pin out. You can put that on the side by your bolts. Then you take your 36. Actually, before we get there, you gotta find your H8. So this is where we at. This is a H8. Put that sucker right on that thing. Get your brake caliper off. Get that out the way. Caliper out the way. And set that to the side over there. And then the best part, man, you can see this stuff lining right up real smooth. There you go. Crack that sucker. And if you just turn the screw forward from the other side, you'll have a lot more room to get this thing off. It'll come right off real quick and easy. Now from here, I usually like to scoot it all the way up. You can pull off the belt. Don't get your fingers caught up. So now you got your belt off. I will put my knee up under the tire, lift it up a little bit, and that axle's gonna come sliding right out like so. You got your spacer on this side that's gonna drop. That's this ring right here. And then from there, the back wheel gonna drop. And you just slide that sucker on out. All right, then from there, of course we gotta get this over there. So you just pull this sucker up. Inside of this wheel, you have these rubber like bushings. And you just slide that thing right there on the new wheel.
Try to get it as flush as it can be. Super flush if possible. Slide that sucker back on like that. So to put this wheel back on, you just do the reverse steps. Golly, this is a heavy wheel compared to that stock daddy. To make it easier on yourself, you can always lower the bike, and that's what I think I'm gonna do, is lower the bike a little bit so we can get this thing on there easy. We ain't gotta work too crazy. Now you just wanna let it down slow. Let it down a little bit, readjust. Once you figure out how to get up under that wheel, you can put that belt on there. Yeah, once you get the belt on there, I don't want to say it's smooth sailing, but it's a lot easier now. Me personally, I like to hold my legs up under the wheel, get my axle together. From there, you can take a little breather. You can take a little breather now. We still got some prying to do, man. With these aftermarket wheels, sometimes it just be hard to get them on, man. So we got half of the hardest step out the way. If we can get this step right here, we'll be in the game. So our little brake caliper part fell off. So you want to put your brake caliper back in there, Sean. Like that. Now we got to put our spacer in between that caliper bracket and the wheel, man. So this is about to be the hardest part. Told y'all this is like the hardest part, bro. So like we literally almost there though, y'all. Almost. Can't give up. Don't be hesitating. Take yourself a break, man. I'm telling you, we almost there. But it definitely takes some time, that's for sure. Come on. You're right there. Don't be afraid to hit that sucker sometimes. Give you a little help. There we go. There we go. Hold on. Got some action. It's that magic. Woo! There we go. Game time, y'all. I told y'all. There we go. And that's how you put it back on there. Line this sucker up. Good to go. Good to go now. Once you got that sucker right there, it's all a home run after that. Home run. There you go. Big Daddy for the Big Daddy. And that's how you change your front wheel and your back wheel, man. If you ain't sneezing, you ain't seizing. We got that. We can start putting our exhaust back on. Of course, this side, since we already over here, get your exhaust. And just like that, guys, We got her all tidied down. I'm not gonna lie to you. This paint set with these wheels didn't change the whole bike up. Oh my God, them buttons on the back with the Harley Davidson on the side, man. Y'all know what time it is. I ain't gonna lie, this just did it. This just did it. I feel like I gotta pull this out in the sun so we can see. I mean, it ain't too sunny, but it's enough light out there. We can see it better than here, man. So let me pull this out real quick with you and we'll check it out on the outside. Yes, sir. And she is looking like a beast. Look at the wheels on that thing. Got the paint coming out. Oh, we literally just see how good this thing looks. That gray is hitting. Y'all know gray and blue, one of my two favorite colors when they come together. That thing look nice. Yeah, that thing nice. What y'all think about it? Let your boy know in the comments below. Tab performance, exhaust. Of course, this cam, this thing sounds amazing. Let's just hear it. Let's see. So alrighty guys, it's gonna be a wrap for today's video, man. If you guys haven't already, man, please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, man. I definitely appreciate it, man. We finally got some rims for the bike, man. We got a whole new paint set. This thing is pretty much a whole new bike, man. I think in the next video, we'll give a whole price breakdown and what it costs to put this bike back together, along with the actual price and everything with it to get it to this point right here. Because I think this is like pretty much a brand new bike. You can walk in a Harley and still won't find a 2021 that's looking this freaking clean, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think about it in the comments below. Meanwhile, man, if you guys haven't already, man, please subscribe to the channel. If you guys are new to the channel, man, I definitely appreciate y'all tuning in and supporting your boy. Meanwhile, man, if you guys skip to the end, I need you to go back to the beginning and watch the whole video all the way through, man. I need each and every last one of you guys to watch the whole video all the way through. Share it in some of your Facebook group, etc., man. I definitely appreciate that. Meanwhile, if you guys don't have enough time to watch the whole video, man, head on over to thatsregular.com right now. Go support your boy by buying anything on the site. Everything that we have on the site is in stock and ready to ship. Now, I told you guys I was gonna give you this bike, but that's only up to you, man. If we generate enough traffic on the website within this week, man, we'll be giving you guys this bike, man. So with that being said, once y'all head on over to thatsregular.com, go cop you some merch, man. You never know. This might be up for grabs and it might be yours, man. So with that being said, I definitely appreciate y'all tuning in today. Until next time, man, it's about to be a movie. I'll catch y'all on the next one, dog. Peace.